Hello, this is your tarot reading, and I am Melinda, NailFanatic, coming to you in the middle of the night from the secret space of my subconscious, aka my closet, in the dark, delivering this reading for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Let's see what's going on with you. I see that in the recent past, you started some new relationship. You were really happy that it came in. This new relationship brought you so much joy, and it was new, so you had no idea what you were going to have to deal with in it, but you're making it all work out. With the Three of Pentacles, you're making it all work out. And hello, silent stalker. I see you watching me. You're always here every time I go live and never have anything to say. Interesting. Okay. The hidden blessing in this is here you are, growing, touching lives, commanding. This is you establishing order, establishing what goes and what doesn't go. As a matter of fact, this relationship that you started has you stepping into your power in a whole nother way. Yay, we have 2 silent watchers. Yay, love it. At 2 a.m., I love the having of 2. Yeah, you're making it work. And the hidden blessing in this is that you are totally stepping into your power to where you decide what can be and what can't be. You're setting boundaries. You're totally ruling the nation. So it feels like in whatever is coming, what is being developed in you in this relationship is enabling you to really take control over your environment. And everybody wants to hear what you have to say. Everybody's intently listening to you and making sure that they can do whatever is in their power to satisfy your requests, commands, orders, decisions. Okay. The challenge in this, we have the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is the challenge because, hey, Ricky, the 9 of Pentacles comes through as your challenge because this is you with all of these people around you, and in this relationship, you have to make sure you still take time to replenish yourself. Like, you can't continue forward if you have not replenished yourself. You are able to accomplish in this relationship and in your environment what you are because you had, when you were by yourself, you spent all your time doing what you needed to do. You spent all your time filling up your own cup. So now that you're in this situation, the challenge is continuing to have the energy and making the space for you to continue to fill your own cup. So there is a warning with this saying, don't get so lost in the relationship that you leave yourself to the sidelines. You are so important, and you attracted what you have going on with you in this relationship that is actually making you feel really good. I feel really good about this because you were so focused on what works for you, what makes you happy, entertaining yourself with your arts, entertaining your spiritual practice, and doing the things that fill your cup. Okay. Somebody is dealing with a Libra, but in your environment, the person that you're dealing with, regardless of their sign, this person wants to do right by you. They want to be balanced. They want to be fair. They understand that you're different than them. You both have a lot of nuances about yourselves that are, whoa, y'all are just not the same. You're different people, right? And very contrasting in a lot of ways. But this person still wants to do right by you. And so there's this energy within the party that you're dealing with of, how do we stay balanced? How do I still be me? How do they still be them? How do we work together in this situation in a fair and balanced way? Because that person doesn't want to upset, or they don't want to rock your boat, okay? Now, your best advice is the Nine of Wands. Understand that change is going to come in this relationship, and it's going to change the way you perceive the relationship and the way you interact with your partner. Okay? You're elevating, and your partner is elevating too. I feel like you and your partner are in different places for sure spiritually, but I also see that by your continue to build yourself up, satisfy your own filling of your cup. I feel strongly that that energy is so abundant, and it encourages them to do the same for themselves. You don't want a partner that looks to you to fill them up all the time. You want a partner who's going to like you, imitate you, to fill themselves up. And that's what I see happening here. I see that the more you take care of your needs, hey, Ghost Warrior, um, I see the more that you take care of your needs and continue filling up your own cup, the more this person's going to take the cues from you, and they'll say, well, for example, she's busy doing her tarot cards and her tarot show. What do I like to do? Let me go do that. This makes for a really healthy relationship. The moon is the outcome, and it says that at this time, like, you're going into untreaded waters. Like, you've never taken this approach before with a relationship. For both you and your partner, this is never been there before waters. This is like, I'm going into the dark. I have no idea what the outcome will be. I have no idea how this is going to work out. We are so blatantly and quite obviously different in appearance, both physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional. Like, your makeups are so different from one another that it can be a real challenge to blend and harmonize your energies. But I feel that it's something that is very important to both of you. Okay. So moving forward, let's see what's coming up for you if you're resonant to this relationship reading. So let's look at some predictions. Let's see what is going to come up within you inwardly. So in your thoughts and emotions in regards to the relationship, what is coming up for my actual viewer? And then we'll look at the other party. Okay. So if you're the viewer, what is coming up for my viewer in this? And this reading, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. If it's yours, you already know it, right? So yeah, you can claim it. If you claim it, just put it in the comments. Claim it, okay? So what is coming up emotionally and mentally within my viewer? I want to thank you for watching this channel and liking this video, and just for being out there and doing what you can to be the best version of yourself. Because you know what? That's what makes our world better. Man, this card is trying to take forever to come out. And okay, so what I hear now, cards aside, what I'm hearing is, yeah, it's taking forever to come out because there's this whole waiting game. As soon as I get the words out, you see how that shit works? Like, I love the way this works. You cannot make this up. As soon as it's like it's a waiting period, and I'm hearing waiting for them to come along and join you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. So for some of you, your partner may withdraw sometimes emotionally or mentally, or For somebody, your partner is actually going to take a trip and go somewhere else. But I feel like for the most part, and I'm hearing 82% of you, your partner isn't physically going anywhere. This is a distance, a mental and emotional distancing that happens with your partner. And here, when they do it, it's important for you to wait. Let them have the time they need to do what they need to do within themselves, right? And in that space, you do what works for you and continue filling your cup, because this is them learning that process. I highly feel, before I flip this card over about what's coming up for you, I highly feel like your partner is learning the process of filling their own cup by being able to have you to mimic. So, what's coming up for you? Six of Cups. A return to pleasure is what I hear immediately. A return to pleasure. And I feel like even um, there is a energy of thinking about the good times that you've had in the past, that brought you together in a way that makes you both want to allow this relationship to last moving forward. hmm and how you fell in love with one another, right? In As you're in the waiting game, when you start to get irritated with your partner needing their time or whatever, or you feel like, well, you should have been done by now, or it's so easy for me, like, and I feel the strongness in your weight has a lot to do with their spiritual evolution, right? So a lot of it has to do with, as you're figuring this spiritual world out, right? And they get a little bit cold or whatever. I see you really focusing on, well, what was it that drew me to this partner after all, and what brought me here? So let's see. Um, if this is what is coming up for you, the Six of Cups energy, it is definitely letting us know that if you're in waiting right now, your partner is going to come back around. Don't worry. If you're in a period where you guys are together right now, then continue to infuse that um, pleasure, that love that you found in that person that caused you to even take this relationship to the point that it is right now. Okay, so if that's what's coming up for my viewer, then what do they really need to know about this in regards to their partner? Like, what do they need to know about their partner in regards to this return energy? And that just flipped right over in my palm. And it is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So, first off, yes, your partner is totally in this with you. No, they aren't talking to anyone else. Yes, they are with you. They want to be with you. They love you too. I also feel, though, that for a lot of you, especially if your partner is not as financially well off as you are, a big part of what's going on with them is that they're focused on their financial income. But I'm also getting the rings of time. I feel like what you need to know about your partner as well in this is, like, there's a healing going on to all of these rings of time. Rings of time, as they say them, what they're channeling to me is the cycles that they've been through in their life. They're still healing from a lot of hurt that they've had. And with this core of this tree slice being shown the way it is and highlighted here, I feel like there are major hurts from their childhood, connections with their parents, connections to their true worthiness and lovability that cause them to feel the need to withdraw. So that's something you need to know about your partner. So, what will help you be more of assistance to your partner? What will help you energetically or physically or whatever type of way is going to show us to be of assistance and aid this person that you're loving at this time? Let's see what comes up. Well, okay, and again, we're getting you have to wait for them to come back. You have to allow them the time they need and to process in the way that they do. And their method of process is not the same as you. Okay, but what will help you? We have here the Eight of Pentacles. So this is totally something you can do in the physical to be of assistance. First off, continue to spin the web that draws you closer together. Continue to speak about and make obvious the connections that you see, the synchronicities that you've noticed between you and them. Help them draw together how the web of life have brought them there. And I'm hearing when they speak about things that they're still hurting over in the past, when they bring up things that hurt them, um, it behooves you and them, it behooves them, which means it behooves you, since you're working in tandem with one another, to bring up how those challenging situations and circumstances actually um, deepened their character, gave them skills, traits, attributes, made them more, how the lack of caring and compassion made them more compassionate and more caring, how the lack of abundance made them appreciate all they have, how the lack of love taught them to appreciate love where they have it, right? So help them spin the web of life and draw the connections together, and help them to see the connections to where they are actually benefiting, because you have evolved your soul enough to be able to pick apart life's challenges and tragedies, and you know that challenges only exist to show you how freaking awesome you are. And this is what you know. And so your task, should you choose to accept it, is help your partner learn how to spin these webs and make these connections, okay? So let's see what you can expect from your partner in the near future. The Lovers. Look, you can expect that your partner at the very least recognizes that they didn't come into this relationship with you just by happenstance. They were very alone. They felt very neglected, left out, solitary, and just unworthy. And they finally found somebody that can appreciate them and see them for the beauty that they are. So this person understands that there is definitely a higher power involved in connecting the two of you, and this person wants to fly with you, and they will follow your lead. They will follow your energetic lead. They will follow the lead that you give them emotionally. So it'll be interesting for you as a master alchemist, as the alchemist apprentice that you are, whatever level you're at, to play with the energy of being the energetic, emotional, mental guide, not always saying what you want or showing them what you want, but using the power of your mental influence. And what do I mean by that? By speaking to their soul. There we go. By speaking to their soul. Because as you speak to their soul, they're absorbing that. It's coming into their energy, into their awareness, into their consciousness, right? So speak to their soul and continue to take the lead, because you, who are the viewer watching this, you are more on a different advanced level of your soul evolution, of your spiritual awareness, of your intuitive enlightenment, right? Than that person is. And so holding space for them and continuing to lead the way so that they can continue to come along with you. So this is you totally being the example in every situation. So your reactions, your your words, your responses, the way you treat them, all of these things, if you start talking to them like they're just a douchebag, well, guess what? They're going to respond in kind to you. But as you help them see how they're connected and all these different challenges and circumstances that they've lived through, they kind of plague on their mind. And I did say plague, P-L-A U Plague, not play, Play, Plague, plague on their mind, right? If you can help them connect how it is actually showing them their own awesomeness, that is going to help just draw them along even like more further. And the thing of it is, you're going to have to use some tact in this. You're going to have to speak tactfully, okay? Let's see if this is what we can expect from your partner for them to keep. First off, they've recognized, right? They've recognized the spiritual connection that you have. They want to go along with you. They want to go the long haul with you. And they're hoping for a good outcome. So now let's see, what question do we want to ask about the situation next? Let's see. Okay. And I'm hearing, what does Love Source God want to tell you about the purpose of this relationship, the purpose of this connection? Let's see, what is the purpose of this connection that we're reading about today? And we have the Daughter of Swords. And I'm hearing, okay. So I'm hearing the purpose is to learn to connect to that higher self and to wisdom. The owl is totally a representative of wisdom, swords being all about thoughts, pages being all about the mind. So learning to connect to that consciousness, that collective conscious wisdom, the love source God wisdom of the universe that's available, right? On both of your parts, right? And also for you, I'm seeing for you, the one who is more spiritually advanced in your journey, to be able to hold on to this logic minded person, right? Logic minded person, and help them take flight, teach them to take flight as well, spiritually. I see that. Now, I also see in this image the little spots all around looking like orbs, and I hear, the angels watch, your ancestors watch, the spirit world is watching, you know and I feel that this is in a training, an intuitive training, because your partner is actually highly intuitive. They just haven't had the wisdom to embrace it, or the knowledge or awareness of exactly what's going on with them, and they've fought it, they've gotten cold to it, but it's still there. And so, as they sit with you in your energy and you show them how these things are connected, you help them connect their logic to the wisdom that is universal, that is love source God, the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. And therefore, this helps them to get wiser thoughts, wiser communication. And I'm hearing on the grand scale of things, as we now zoom out, because that's a very zoomed in perspective to your situation, right? As we zoom out, the work that you're doing with your partner is holding energy on the grand scale for all humanity right now. There are so many in humanity. Like, dude, do you ever get tired of going to the grocery store because it's like you're walking around with a bunch of programmed zombies? Or trying to talk to some people because they really can't feel what you're saying or watching. Dude, how many of us have stopped watching the news because there's so much darkness out there, because they aren't able to see wisdom, right? And so, and their interactions are cold and callous, right? There's a detachment from the wisdom, a spiritual wisdom of how connection serves them and serves all, of how their intuition and love and care and kindness and generosity. Like, I hear people talk about it all the time, the good old days, right? So on the grand scale, the zoomed out picture of what you're doing in this relationship, you're helping to reconnect that energy that people think was the good old times. Dude, the good old times wasn't really as good as you think they are. It's just the news didn't travel so far or so quickly about the shit that was going on. But that feeling where neighbors actually talked to each other, where they aided one another and stuff like that, that definitely is something that is being enhanced and augmented by your choice to take this undertaking on. Okay. So, oh, I just want to show you, I have my crystal quartz cluster here sitting with me as I'm doing our reading tonight, and the energy is so intense. And dude, I was gonna totally go lay down. I have this color your own tarot deck that I've been working on for years. If you've been with the channel, you know I've been working on this thing for years. Well, I started painting the metallic gold on the pentacles and stuff like that. I've been working on the thing for like 3 hours, and then I played Monopoly with my girlfriend for a couple hours before that. And I was like, I'm going to go lay down. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to do a freaking reading. I'm going in the closet. I'm going to do this great reading. Somebody really needs to hear this. Okay, so if you really need to hear this, give me a message, put it on the comments so that I know. And as we move forward in this, I'm going to give you now an outcome message in regards to this. Where is this taking you? It came right out. The Mother of Swords. Look at that. Whoa, dude, the purpose was, look, there's such mirroring going on here. It's not even funny. You cannot make this up. Okay. This is the purpose. This is the outcome. Do you see, like I do, the maturity? You go from the daughter of swords to the mother of swords. And look at how she stands perched on top of that sword now. As a matter of fact, look at this one here. If that owl squeezes her claws on that sword any tighter, her claws would be cut off. Dude, swords are not blunt instruments. Those are sharp instruments, right? So the wisdom is there, but the application of it is not mature. That's what the purpose of this is, to help bring that along. And the outcome is you will meet success. The application of wisdom is going to be totally matured. Now the sword is being gripped on in a place where the helm here, I believe that's what it's called, is safer to grip onto, right? And the point is pointing down. So if it's grounded into the ground, it's no longer of danger. So what is that saying to us? It's saying that in the incoming energy and the most likely outcome for this whole relationship situation, both on the big zoomed out macro all humanity encompass scale and in your own personal scale, there is a maturity of wisdom, a wiser application and utilization of wisdom in tandem with logic and reasoning and knowledge, just basic knowledge, right? And that intuition is totally matured. It is totally grown up. So advancements are to be made here. Like your partner is going to learn and grow, and you will learn and grow. This relationship is going to teach you how to speak with tact. It's going to, and okay, that's loud and clear. This relationship gives you the opportunity to utilize that spiritual master's degree that you've been obtaining for all these years. Because I hear you have been on this journey from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years, some of you, right? You've been doing this. You've been doing this for years, right? But what good is having that master's degree if all you're going to do is hang it on the freaking wall, right? You got a master's degree in the spirituality so that you can utilize it in this physical world to be a benefit, not just to yourself, but when you benefit yourself, zoom that shit out and realize like you benefit all humanity. You have this opportunity now to grow in this way. And so for some of you, you'll say, oh my God, that sounds like this twin flame relationship. For some of you, you'll say, oh, this is my relationship with my sister, or this is my relationship with my mother. For some of you, this won't be a romantic relationship, but I'm hearing that 58% of you, it is totally a romantic relationship. The rest of you, scatter it among those other labels and titles because that's where it falls. All right, so Guys, I feel like I want to just see what else wants to fall out. What else do you want me to say to my viewers, my lovely viewers who are here watching this reading live with me, and all of those who come along after it's been uploaded and posted permanently for their viewership? What messages, what do you want them to know for the viewer themselves, specifically for the viewer themselves? Oh, wow. The star is here. And the first word I hear is healing. Dude, this is major healing going on. This is a mile marker in your life. This is a major milestone. Yeah, this is a major milestone for you. This is saying to me, you're living your destiny. You're fulfilling your life purpose in this. You are shining in your brightness. You are showing your and you are showing your divine connection in this, is what I'm hearing. You're showing your divine connection in this through your behaviors, your responses, and your willingness to take up this opportunity and do this for yourself and for all of us. What else do you want to tell them? Boy, this one comes out fast. Let's see what we got. The Seven of Pentacles. There's still more work to be done. Do not allow yourself to grow weary or complacent because you're not finished yet. This is a work that must come into its natural harvest, okay? So you cannot rush this process. You cannot rush this process. Take it in steps. Take it easy. Understand that they're not going to change overnight. Even if they changed within a year, that would be like, whoa, super advanced crash course, condensed version, right? Give them time to change. The changes will take time, okay? The changes will take time. And I'm hearing, it's just like this whole shift to 5D that's going on Gaia, this whole age of Aquarius that's we're coming into. Dude, this stuff isn't going to change just in our generation. This is going to take time for all this stuff to get solidified in our physical reality, okay? What other messages do you have for my viewers? Okay, here we go. And I'm glad it came out with a clarifier. We have the devil here. The devil asks you, what have you bound yourself to? And what are your shadows that are coming up? And have you mastered your shadows? But what did the devil come out with? What is the message about this? The Five of Swords, and it's in reverse. Wow. This is profound. For me, this is totally profound because the Five of Swords upright is all about conflict and confusion and all this stuff, right? So what I see is this is evidence that you have mastered your shadows and cut through a lot of those toxic traits that you used to have. And I'm hearing over the last 5 years, if you look back, you're not the same person you used to be. And your responses are not the same they used to be. Okay? I'm hearing you're going to see a lot of major changes in your partner and the other party's responses and behaviors and ideas come up within the next 5 months. They're actually giving me timing. I'm getting timing with this. I'm hearing within 5 months from this time you find this reading, you're going to notice your other party, whether that's your romantic partner or a family relation or a friend, whoever this is that you are sensing in your energy, right? Um, you're going to notice them overcome so many of their debilitating habits. The, because here's the thing with the devil energy, you can break free from that at any point in time. They just didn't see how. So watch out for 5 months from now. Y'all are still going to be in each other's experience, and you're going to be able to see the huge shift that's come out. You won't notice as much toxicity from them. You won't notice as much negativity from them. You're going to notice them embracing more of their power and their connection. You're going to notice it in their responses to you physically and the way they communicate with you and the way you feel around them and the way they feel around you. So let's get one more. One more. I just want one more. One more. One more. One more beautiful message, Luster's God, just to encourage my viewers moving forward as they take on this task of utilizing their mastery. Okay, and what do we have? We have the Four of Cups and the Son of Pentacles coming out together. It's saying the standstill, the stagnancy that you have is just for a limited time, that it's going to move forward. And whatever has held this up, whatever that nasty little creature is that has caused this other party that you're dealing with to not want to or be able to receive the wisdom that you have to share. I'm seeing the wisdom in the horns of this deer, of the Son of Pentacles, that you have grounded yourself in, right? And it's asking you ground yourself because this little rat that's blocking their cup from getting filled and from getting the message and getting the sense of it, that shit's going to finna run off. But see, you're going to have to stand still. And I hear a Bible verse. Stand still and see the glory of God is what I'm hearing. So guys, stand still. Do you to the max. Stay in your character. Do not allow yourself to get thwarted or thrown off because little things come up. You are a freaking master. You can do this. Hold that energy. Hold that energy. Stay firm. Keep moving forward. It's working. Okay. With all that being said and done, I just want to say I'm Melinda, NailFanatic. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been doing the dopest nails in the world for the last 12 years. I've been in my own business for 11 years, and I have influenced the world with my designs, okay? And I decided to take that ability that I have to be an influencer in this world and use it to promote the empowerment of our brothers and sisters of humanity, of myself and of you and all that come to. All right. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you, the golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. And there's a more services tab on there if you want to get with me on some nails or whatever. That's lphtarot.com, as in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ghost Warrior. Thank you so much, Miss Bombshell, Georgina, Rosie, everybody that tuned in with me. I'll be back with more readings. You already know how I do. Love you. Bye.